Feng Shui masters reveal the best rice jar for wealth. The quiet mistake that can undermine financial stability. Many people place a rice jar or wealth bowl in their home with good intentions. They choose a corner, add coins, maybe even set a goal in mind. And then they wait. But weeks go by. Money still feels unstable. Opportunities appear and disappear. Savings don't grow the way they should. This leads many people to believe Feng Shui doesn't work. What's rarely discussed is this. In classical Feng Shui, the container matters as much as what you put inside it. The rice jar is not decoration. It is not a lucky charm. It is a symbolic structure that communicates how wealth is treated, protected, and expected to behave in the home. Guo Pu referred to this as the vessel that must be able to hold what heaven provides. Yang Yun Song warned that even strong external luck cannot stay if the internal container is weak. This idea may sound ancient, but modern psychology confirms it. The physical objects we see every day quietly train our expectations, habits, and sense of safety. Part 1. Why the container matters more than people think. The human brain interprets containers symbolically. A cracked container signals loss. A flimsy container suggests impermanence. A solid container communicates stability and continuity. You may not consciously think about this, but your nervous system notices. When you repeatedly see a damaged or careless container associated with wealth, it subtly reinforces financial insecurity, anxiety about money staying, a sense that wealth is temporary. This is not belief, it's conditioning. That's why two people can use the same Feng Shui technique and get different results. The difference is often the quality of the container, not the ritual itself. Part 2. Keeping the 5 elements simple and practical. Many people become confused by the 5 elements and do nothing at all. That's unnecessary. For most homes and most people, one element works better than all others. Earth element, the safest and most recommended choice. Ceramic, clay, porcelain, or terracotta jars represent the earth element. Earth symbolizes stability, nourishment, support, and long-term growth. This is ideal if your income feels inconsistent, you want steady, calm financial improvement, you prefer security over risk. Guo Pu emphasized that Earth does not rush, it accumulates quietly. From a psychological perspective, Earth-based containers encourage patience, planning, and emotional regulation around money. Metal element, for clarity and structure. Metal containers such as brass or copper can be helpful when you run a business, you make frequent financial decisions, you need sharper boundaries around money. Metal promotes focus, discernment, and order. However, too much metal energy can feel rigid. If you choose metal, balance it with something soft inside, such as rice wrapped with red fabric. Wood element, for growth and expansion. Wood jars made from bamboo or quality wood represent growth and movement. They are useful if you're starting something new. You want expansion or creativity. You are in an active building phase. However, wood energy can feel scattered if your finances already feel unstable. In that case, earth is still the better foundation. Glass or crystal. Use with care. Glass jars are acceptable when they are clean and respected. They are not used casually. Glass promotes awareness and clarity, but it lacks grounding. For beginners, it is best used as a secondary option, not a primary one. What to avoid completely. Plastic containers should be avoided. They symbolize temporary value, disposable energy, lack of permanence. Cracked, chipped, or repaired containers should never be used. In Feng Shui, damage represents leakage, not potential. Part 3. Shape, lids, and what they signal. Shape matters because the mind associates form with function. Round or oval shapes symbolize continuity, support steady flow, reduce scarcity thinking. Square or rectangular shapes represent structure and containment, useful for disciplined saving, best when made of earth or wood materials. Lids and open containers. A lid symbolizes protection and preservation. An open container symbolizes openness to receiving. There is no strict rule. What matters is intention and consistency. A good practice is to use a jar with a lid and open it occasionally to refresh awareness. Part 4. Color as a subconscious signal. Color influences emotion more than logic. Earth tones promote calm and reliability. Red activates movement and attention. Gold or yellow reinforces confidence and value. Green supports healing and growth. Avoid overly dark or dull colors that feel neglected or heavy. Part 5. Size and the psychology of capacity. A jar that is too large can feel overwhelming. A jar that is too small can feel limiting. Choose a size that looks abundant when filled, feels achievable, does not create pressure. Your subconscious should register fullness, not lack. Part 6. Placement and daily relationship. The jar should be placed in a clean, respectful location, away from clutter, where it can be seen occasionally. Out of sight often becomes out of mind. This is not about obsession, it's about awareness.
Part 7. Coins, care, and maintenance. Coins represent circulation and value. They do not need frequent cleansing, but they should be kept clean and respected. Every few months, wipe them gently with a dry or lightly damp cloth. Dry them completely. Neglected coins symbolize stagnant value. Clean coins reinforce clarity and movement. This is maintenance, not ritual. You don't need anything expensive or decorative. In Feng Shui, intention plus consistency matter far more than luxury. One important detail many miss: never let the rice jar become empty. Even a small amount of rice keeps the energy of continuity and abundance active.
Part 8. Cleaning before activation. What really matters. You do not need to deep clean your entire home before activating a rice jar. Feng Shui works through focus, not perfection. What matters is this: the area around the jar should be clean. Nearby clutter should be removed. The space should feel calm and intentional. That is enough. Trying to fix everything first often leads to inaction. Part 9. Simple activation. No complex rituals. Activation does not need to be elaborate. A calm, grounded process works best. Clean the jar, fill it slowly, pause briefly, set a clear intention. Consistency matters more than ceremony. Part 10. Common mistakes that weaken the effect. Treating the jar as decoration. Hiding it and forgetting it. Using damaged containers. Expecting instant results. Ignoring emotional reactions to money. Yang Yun Song warned, "A vessel ignored becomes empty in meaning, even if it is full in form." Conclusion. The rice jar as a daily message. Your rice jar is not magic, it is a mirror. It reflects how you expect money to behave, whether you believe it can stay, how safe you feel with abundance. When the container is strong, clear, and respected, it sends a steady message. Wealth is welcome, protected, and allowed to remain. Feng Shui works best when it supports calm habits and realistic expectations. Your environment speaks every day. Make sure it speaks of stability, respect, and continuity.